Hello everyone, myself Mirza Dilavia. I am working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we are going to start a new chapter and the name of this chapter is Games Theory. First of all, we will discuss the contents in this presentation. First one will be our introduction. Next is principles of game theory. Next is limitation of game theory. Next is terms used in game theory. Next is types of game theory. Next is your two-person zero-sum game with saddle point. And next is your numerical. So first of all, introduction. So what is basically a game theory? In the competitive world, it is the necessity of each business to sustain against the other competitor's action. When competitor takes an action, it is directly affecting the other relevant organization. So in order to sustain, each business organization develops some strategy against the action of competitor. This situation is conceptualized by J. von Neumann in mathematical theory, and this theory is known as games theory. Okay, it is mainly developed for the purpose of analyzing the competitive situation of common interest. Okay, so what is basically a game theory? It is the adoption of the mathematical model. Okay, it is the adoption of mathematical model for the analyzing of competitive situation. Game theory is the mathematical formulation of basic characteristics of competitive situation. This theory is used in solving situation where two or more competitors try to achieve the same objective. Main application of game theory is to work out the decision options where there are conflicting inputs and competition leads to final outcome of the game. Following are some such competitive situations where game theory can be used. So first one is the prize war. Next is military training. Next is marketing of products. Next is negotiation between organizations and unions, etc. Another one is win a new contract. So these are the basic situations where games theory can be used. Now we will discuss the principle of game theory. Game theory is based on the principle of minimax and maximin. This implies that each competitor will act so to minimize the maximum loss or maximize the minimum gain. It may be possible that person will act where he can achieve best of the worst condition. Okay, so this is the basic thing about games theory, that competitor will act so as to maximize the minimum loss or minimize the maximum loss or maximize the minimum gain. Following are some of the assumptions of game theory. Number of players are finite, so number of players should be known. Next is finite number of strategies are available to each player. Okay, so the number of strategies which are available should be finite. Each player makes independent decisions without consolation, so each player can take their own independent decisions. The game begins when each player chooses a single course of action from the available options. So the game will start when each of the players choose a course of action from the available options. Any course of action result in gain to participants. The gain may be positive, negative or zero. This gain is affected not only by the course of action, but the course of action taken by participants is also affecting the gain. The payoff of each player is affected by the action adopted by the competitor. So these are the Basic assumptions of game theory. The payoff matrix is fixed and known in advance. Limitations of game theory. So what are the limitations? So first one is risk and uncertainty are not taken into account. Here the risk as well as the uncertainty are not taken into account. Next is a fixed number of competitors are playing, but it is not the actual condition. There are number of competitors in the market. Okay, so as we have assumed that the number of competitors are known, but this is not the actual condition. There may be the number of competitors in the market, so this is the another limitation. Next is it is assumed that to have finite number of course of actions are available, but actually it is not a realistic approach since number of strategies is present under different condition. Okay, so this is another limitation that we have to choose from the limited course of action which are available, but this is not the realistic approach. Next is zero sum game is not realistic. Next is knowledge of payoff is known in advance, which is not realistic. Game theory shows the probable outcome under different conditions. It does not show how to play the game. Knowledge about strategies available to opponent players is assumed, which may not be possible in case of competition. Dynamic approach of change in market demand is ignored. Now we will study about the terms that are used in game theory. This is one of the most important topic. Following are the terms that are used in game theory. First one is game. It is an activity involving actions by each one of the participants according to the set of rules which results in some gain. So this is the definition of game. Next is player. Each participant playing a game is known as player. Payoff. The quantitative measure of achievement at the end of game is known as payoff. Payoff matrix. The table which shows the outcome of the game when different strategies are adopted by the different player is known as payoff matrix. Okay, in payoff matrix the row represent the gain to the player mentioned on the left hand side of the matrix according to the different strategies used by the player of the game. The column represents the loss to the player mentioned on the top of the matrix according to the different strategies used by the player of that game. Next is strategy. It is in the predetermined rule by which a player decides his course of action from his available courses of action. So there are basically three types of strategy. First one is pure strategy, next is mixed strategy, and the other one is optimal strategy. What is pure strategy? It is a decision rule to always select a particular course of action. We have to select a particular course of action. Next is mixed strategy. It is a decision in advance of all plays to choose a course of action for each play in accordance with some probability. Next is optimal strategy. The strategy which puts player in most preferred position irrespective of the strategy of opponent is known as optimal strategy. Saddle point. The game value is called saddle point in which each player has a pure strategy. Each player has a pure strategy. If this saddle point exists, the game is said to be stable. It is the number which is lowest in the rows and highest in the columns. Zero sum game. It is a game in which the sum of payments to all the players after the play of the game is zero. Non-zero sum game. It is the game in which the sum of payments to all the players after the play of the game is not zero. Any player may receive or make some payments. So this is the difference between zero sum game and non-zero sum game. Next is value of game. The maximum guaranteed expected outcome per play when players follow their optimal strategy is called the value of game. It is denoted by V. If the value of game is 0, then it is called as fair game. Maximin. Maximize the minimum value of game, that is known as maximin, maximizing the minimum value of game. Minimax. Minimize the maximum value of game. Strictly determinable game. A game is said to be strictly determinable if the maximin value is equal to the minimax value but not 0. Okay, so game theory can be classified based on the following factors. First one is based on the number of competitors involved. A game theory which two players is known as two-person game. If game theory involves more than two players, is known as n-person game. Okay, so if there are only two players, then it is known as two-person game. If there are more than two players, then it is known as n-person game. Next is based on the outcome of the game. Based on the outcome, if the sum of players gain and losses equal to 0, then it is known as zero sum game. Alternatively, if the sum is not 0, then it is said to be non-zero sum game. Based on the above two classification, two-person zero-sum game is said to be game involving two-person and having sum of the gains and losses equal to 0. Following steps are to be followed for two-person zero-sum game with saddle point. So first step is check the payoff matrix. The payoff matrix must be in terms of player who wants to maximize the minimum gain. Next step is player mentioned on the left hand side of the payoff matrix is the player who wants to top maximize the minimum gain, will apply maximin principle and find out the minimum value in each row. The value is called the lower value of game. The value is known as lower value of the game. Next step is player mentioned on the top of the matrix is the player who wants to maximize the minimum loss, who wants to minimize the maximum loss. So apply minimax principle and find out maximum value in each column. This value is called upper value of game. Next step is to check the saddle point, and next step is corresponding strategy will be the best strategy for the both players. So this is our theory portion which is completed over here. In the next lecture we will study about the different numericals. Thank you.